I think we might be the first people to ever have a chicken show watch party, and let's just say it kind of got a little crazy. Don't worry, I'll explain what's happening, but before I do, let's take a look at the decoration. Because you honestly can't rock out with you-know-what out without the proper decor. And when I told my friend I wanted to have a chicken party, she went all out. Oh, and if you remember I was making a piñata, this is how it turned out. Not too shabby. We also had some chicken and duck decorated Oreos, as well as some emotional support nuggets. And of course, all of us were dressed in the proper attire. And of course, Evan and I matched wearing one of these. So now that we got how awesome it is out of the way, I'll kind of explain what we're doing, because it's kind of like if chickens met the Super Bowl. Not too many people know it, but just like dog shows, there are chicken shows. Now, usually they're in person. However, once a year, there is a virtual show, which means people from all over the country and world enter this show to show off their you-know-what. So instead of just entering and watching it alone, we decided to get all of our friends together and kind of party while watching chickens. Oh, and ducks. Yeah, I'm sure you've noticed ducks on the screen. And speaking of which, Evan is kind of the duck guy between the two of us, and he kind of swept. He got champion and reserve champion heavy duck, as well as champion waterfowl with one of his geese. Since we're already starting off strong with Evan's birds, we decided to celebrate a little bit. And of course, you can't watch a chicken show without mini chicken sliders. A lot of people are kind of surprised when I say that we eat chicken. I mean, if I raise a cock, I'm not going to be scared to put it in my mouth. Now, have I actually ate one of my Brahmas before? No, but I don't want them to think that it's not an option, because they usually act better if they know that they could end up on a plate. Speaking of Brahmas, now he is judging my birds. I raise dark Brahmas and gold Brahmas, which aren't an accepted variety. However, they can still be shown. Now, since they're not accepted, the golds can't win, but it's never a bad idea to get a judge's eyes on them. Plus, I've spent about 8 years developing this color of Brahma, so it means a lot when a judge has to say something like this.
Really nice width of skull, excellent on the top line. These could really do some damage in the show.
Yeah, they could.
And maybe even better than the darks. Really nice bird.
So, speaking of the darks can win because they are an accepted color. I've also worked really hard on those as well. Out of all the darks, I got best in variety and reserve in variety. And then I got champion and reserve champion Asiatic, which means I got a bird on champion row, which also means I have the chance to win the entire show. Yeah, it's not nerve-wracking at all. So in total, there was close to 1,900 birds entered in this show. Given those statistics, I was just happy to be on champion row. But after what felt like forever, he decided to award my Brahma champion of the show, which after a few cocktails in made us really excited. But although this wasn't a real show, I think this is definitely the most fun I've ever had at one.